be the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G. But keep it at a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use. Light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning gang, be the issue. And take your friends and them kin and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks to come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, do-be-do-be-do-do-do-do. Good morning to ye, good morning to ye, good morning to ye, good morning to ye, baby. Yeah, it's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by, guess why? Myself and that good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen, how are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling? It's Wednesday, hump day, Wet and Wild Wednesday. What you want to call it Wednesday, whatever the case may be Wednesday. And it is the 21st day of May 2025. Can you believe May is almost over? Memorial Day weekend is next weekend. Y'all gonna be showing out. Fellas, y'all gonna be outside. Ladies, y'all gonna be, ooh, 1 and 2 pieces, sundresses is doing the most with the leases. Yeah, baby, we gonna have ourselves a ball. This Memorial Day weekend coming up. Yes, indeed. How are y'all feeling, huh? As I always say, as I start my show, you better feel blessed because you are amongst those that have made it to see today. There are some individuals, unfortunately, God bless the dead, were not able to see today. So you better count it all joy, no matter what you're going through, no matter what kind of things have been bothering you or been placed on your shoulders. You better count it all joy. You understand me? And make it the best day ever. Yeah, that part. And guess what? If you're so blessed to see tomorrow, I hope that you plan, plot, strategize today so that you make tomorrow a better day than the day. That part, huh? What's goody like the mob? Y'all know what it is. Y'all share the live if you would. Share the live if you could. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, huh? And I'm here. Big Phil Speaks like none other. There's other morning shows. They do it B.I.G., but keep it in the buck, though. None'll get you up, though, like GMG, that part. Listen, that was a whole bar. I don't even know if y'all even realized that when I had said it in the thing, but it's all good. Listen, I don't care if you're getting off of work, getting ready for work, unfortunately unemployed, looking for work, or you got your own business to run, or you looking at your boo-boo bun thing, significant or insignificant other across that room like, girl, I can't speak from a lady's perspective, but y'all ladies, y'all applied to how you need it. But girl, I'm ready to put in some work. Huh? The Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna get you right and ready. Listen, huh? Who we got in the building thus far? We got the Berg. Salute. What's goody like the mob? Crack baby trick, baby crack. Baby is in the house. Jeannie Miles. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Sexy sugar mama. She's in the building. Good morning, Shari. Music for God too. Good morning, darling. She's in the building. Polo Dolo riding solo from that Kansas City way. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if the assets are in order. She's in the building. Probably up to no good in the neighborhood as she always does, but it's all good. Connie Baptiste, she coming through. Good morning, GMG. She said it's MF and hump day. Connie, behave yourself. Behave yourself. You feel me? Ooh. Queen, what's goody like the mob? Who for art thou, Queen? You just come through with the name Queen. Who for art thou? But good morning, good morning. She said Memorial Day is Monday, May 26th. I know we almost there. We are almost there. This weekend, my bad. My bad, Queen. You're right. This weekend, not next weekend, this weekend. Oops, my bad. But y'all get the gist of what I was saying, huh? Mahim SN, hopefully I'm saying that right. Welcome to the chat. It's good to see you in here. Angelo Mo, what's goody like the mob? GMG, listen, y'all take the time out to clickety click, clackety clack, hit them buttons, boop, up, and share this thing. Huh? Y'all know me. I want to menage with the algorithm. That's all I want to do is menage with the algorithm. That part there, huh? And I know y'all got love for me, but spread love. Dot, dot, dot. Listen, don't hold me to yourself. It's more of me to go around. You hear me? And it's more of this show that needs to flow, huh? But while you here, if you're in the background and you're peeking from either IG, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X known as Twitters. Listen, do your boy a favor. Hit that thumbs up for your boy like this. Boop, boop. Hit that subscribe button, something like this. Boop, boop. More importantly, hit that notification bell, something like this. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops. What? Whenever Feel the Love Friday drops. What? Or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. You be amongst the first to know. What? Listen, we got some things. I got some good things coming up for us GMG folks and those that are watching from other places and spaces. I got some great things going. I'm gonna be previewing them and talking about them more as we go down the line. But you know, I got to get this show started. First, I got to give this warning. Huh? Where you at? Warning, warning, warning. Federal law Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included, but not limited to, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture. You feel me? Yeah, baby. Yeah, we going up your weight. Listen, I'd be remiss. I'd be remiss if I didn't start this show off with none other than saying happy birthday to one of hip hop's legends. Happy heavenly birthday to one of hip hop's legend. Y'all know I'm talking about P.O.V. Huh? Happy heavenly birthday, Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Huh? One more chance. Hey, listen, I remember way back when. Can we get that day back again? Man, listen, hip hop ain't been the same. I'm talking about since Pac is left, since Big is left. I'm saying? There's some great artists. There's some great artists out there, but I'm saying? It ain't been quite the same. That's all I'm going to say about that. But R.I.P. or R.I.H., rest in heaven to the Notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. Biggie Smalls. but also known as Christopher Wallace. Shout out to his babies, his baby boy, baby girl. They not so much babies no more. Grown ass in the bedroom about now. But guess what? They still forever will be his babies. Listen, R.I.P. to you, B.I.G. Hopefully you're resting in spite of all the things you are seeing and hearing involving your once upon a time mentor and label head, whatever the case may be. Maybe if some of the rumors were true, maybe you'll be able to rest more easier. I don't know. I'm just saying. You figured deal me. Listen, let's get to it. Hold on, let me put my alleged leads up here because there's gonna be a lot of things today, Jack. A lot of things. Hold on, let me pull up my little thing. Pause. So I'm ready to go. Do 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 do. Before I go into the next situation, y'all see what this is. This is episode 257 of them things. 257 of them things. We've been out here for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. 200 excuse me. 257 of them things. Titled Prince and the Diddler. Woo! Prince and the Diddler. I forgot to turn my volumes off on the thing. Prince in the Diddler. We about to have at it though. You hear me? There's a lot of things, and that title is apropos. It's so paramount because there's not a lot of people talking about this evidence that was presented into Sean P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka Puff, aka Puff Daddy, aka Mr. Love, Dr. Love, Love, all these things, Sean Combs, that has been presented into his trial that not a lot of people are speaking on. And it's as if Prince is speaking from the grave. You feel me? Oh, listen, but we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Before I do that, listen, here's another speaking of Big Papa and BIG, here's another big fella that's about I don't know. Rod Wave arrested, ladies and gentlemen. Arrested. Rod Wave was just caught a serious case. The 26-year-old rapper was arrested in Fulton County, Georgia on May 20th, tied to a situation that reportedly or in other words, allegedly, went down back in April. Authorities hit him with 13 charges, including aggravated assault, criminal damage to property, having a gun during a felony, reckless behavior, and even tampering with evidence. One of the charges accuses him of pointing a firearm at someone. Unconfirmed reports are saying that that person might be a woman. He didn't sit in jail long, though. He bonded out the same day back in 2022. He had a battery charge that was later dropped. And in 2024, he was arrested over a firearm situation and also got dismissed. Listen, Rod Wave, if your homies, if your handlers, if your peoples, if your management, if your label, anybody sees this and passes this along to you to get a listen of this, you need to calm down, young man. You about to throw your whole future away. I seen the video at the cookout or whatever that was, the little get together, and you was around certain individuals, and certain things popped off, and now this, you know what I'm saying? You know, we all innocent till proven guilty, but at the same time, young man, you have to make a determination. Do you want to be here? Do you want to be in hip hop? Do you want to be able to produce music? Do you want to be able to perform? Do you want to be able to provide for you and or your family? I don't know if you got any seeds, any children, any wee peoples, any little. What do you want to be around to even make any if you don't? Do you want to be around to get married? Do you want to be able to leave a positive legacy upon your name? Then you got to make some decisions in your life. You feel me? You got to make some decisions to leave some things and some people alone. I don't know what you're claiming, what set you're claiming, what neighborhood you're banging, what street you're part of, or any of the above, or if you're not. All I'm saying is, listen, you better get a better circle around you because they're going to circle your ass up and put you in jail, young man, and keep you there. I'm just saying, Rod Wave, you got a very bright future ahead of you if you cut the bullshiggery out. You feel me? If you cut the bullshiggery out, Rod Wave, you are a talented young man. Big homie. You big homie, because you way younger than me, but you's a big stature. You know what I'm talking about? You's a big boy. Act like a big man and do some big man things, huh? And the streets ain't where it at. Not for you and not for nobody else at this matter in 2025, but for you. Your path has been laid out before you. Now you at a fork of the road, Rod Wave. You got to decide which way you gonna go, brother. Huh? You gonna end up a statistic, or you gonna end up a icon? Which one shall you choose? Huh? I get it. It's kind of hard to remove yourself from the neighborhood. It's kind of hard to remove yourself from certain things that you might have grew up around or came up around or whatever the case may be. But at some point, a man must be a man and move accordingly. It's all up to you, Rod Wave. It's all up to you. You got the choice to make your life a better one, or F it up for you and your peoples. I'm just saying. And if your homies ain't real friends and tell you stay away from the bullshiggery, they ain't your friends at all, because they should want to see you shine. You should be looked at as the person that could possibly help get them out of the hood at some point, or do something good for the hood, or put a positive look and aura over the neighborhood. But you got to decide that, young man. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. You feel me? Who else we got in the building, huh? We got. Creole Cupcakes. She's in the building. Good morning to you, Peep Scheme, Wagwan, Brethren. Rich Wilson, what's good? They like the mob, huh? Let me get this one back up out of here. Block the user. Okay, get him up out of here. Chris, hey, Chris Powell. Good morning to ye. I see you. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Rod Wave, a gangster member singing all them damn sad songs. That's Brazy Peeps King. But he gonna be singing them sad ass songs behind bars if he don't get his shit in order, if he don't get his chickadee in order, if he don't get himself in check. You hear me? I know the streets be calling, but your future, your destiny, your legacy, and hopefully your family better have a greater calling on you. Rod Wave, you can tell you got some God in your life. At some point in time, you better lean on that and lean off them streets. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Listen, I'm gonna push on. I'm gonna push on. In New Orleans, y'all know by now. Y'all heard about the people that escaped from the jail, from the New Orleans jail or whatever. Five of them have been caught. Five of these Bammers have been caught. Dummies. I say that because not all of them has been charged with real serious crimes from what I recall, right? And some of them ain't go nowhere. One of the last Bammers to get caught was sleeping at a bus stop and wouldn't get up. So they called authorities worrying about his health or whatever the case may be. Only to find out he's one of them, one of those escapees. So guess what? Back to jail you go. And for those that have been re-caught and the others, if they get caught, y'all just got a fresh 5 year situation on your jacket minimally, and or an enhancement to whatever crimes you already facing. As far as your classifications levels when it's time to get sentenced, if you get found guilty, and it'd be dumb as chickeny if your ass was innocent and you was gonna get out and your ass did this bad man. Mm, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. But guess what? It's five of y'all in what you call it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Just one quick second. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to take hits out my nose. You know what I'm talking about? I had to blow out the no out. Pause. No day. Anyway, DC Mumbo Sauce, Frank Murphy, goody like the mob. Come back, he say stupid. Indeed they are. Indeed they are. Speaking of which, it's been said that a maintenance worker is tied to this shiggery. Dumbass boy, he about to be right in this Carter. Listen, the way now, hey, Lauren Brad, come on up to the YouTube. The way it's all set out, this
And they got cameras everywhere. I bet you didn't even know this. Check out these cameras that they got right here. And you probably done
Kelsey
seen
Davis
this.
joins us now with details. Kelsey.
That's right. Sources tell us Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office maintenance work.
Hold on. Uh-oh, me not like that. My bad. Oops, here we go. We back at it.
That a jail maintenance worker was arrested and charged with helping inmates escape.
Yep. Kelsey Davis joins us now with details. Kelsey.
That's right. Sources tell us Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office maintenance worker, a 33-year-old Sterling Williams, now faces 11 separate, or he has been booked, I should say, on 11 separate counts, including 10 charges of principal to escape or helping the inmates escape and 1 count of malfeasance in office. So we've learned through court documents from sources that Williams told investigators Antoine Massey, one of the escaped inmates, threatened to shank him, he said, if he did not turn off the water to the cell through which they escaped. Those documents, again from sources, also say Williams is seen on surveillance footage inside one of the jail pods talking to Derek Groves, Massey, and another inmate. According to the Orleans Parish Criminal District Court docket master, Sterling was arrested and booked on the 11 charges yesterday and is now in custody. So far, only 4 of the 10 escapees are back behind bars as law enforcement across the state and region continue searching for the remaining 6 who are on the run.
Out to Fox News 8 for that clip. All goes to them. Yeah, I just commented, yeah, it wasn't the guard, it was that maintenance worker. And that maintenance worker is gonna be mopping jail floors from the inside. That's part of the unit. Unfortunately, listen, I don't know because they'll get caught 9 times out of 10, they all will. But they right now they like for it, run for it, run. But it seemed like a real life prison break. Seeing the series Prison Break with Mike and his brother. Oh my God. They ran into the night. I'm like, I don't get when you make these plots to escape from a jail, prison, penitentiary, or institution. I don't think they have things or measures in place to get you out. Was just was running into the night, and some of them, I think, got found blocked in jail after the fact. And I think they had an 8 to 12 hour head start before things went left and people realized they were gone. You said my connection is bad. What's going on with connection? Let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what you're talking. I don't know what the hell happened. Hold up. Hold up. Oh. Oh, Lord. The weather is bad in my area. The weather is bad in my area. Am I hearing the call on your end? Too much sugar is crazy. Is it clearing up on my end? I mean, on your end. Lot of mercy. Any. So far now, but now it's okay. All right. I apologize about that. That's not on my end. It's somewhere in internet land that is happening. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's because it is a rainy day today. I don't know if it got something to do with the internet. But on my computer, I see everything as it is, and this is a web-based software that I'm using, and it looks perfectly fine on my end. So I apologize about that. I apologize about that. But as I was saying, them individuals broke out of jail, and they must have not really had too much of a plan to get to where they were going or to get out of Dodge. And some of them were getting found blocks from the situation, though they had an 8 to 12 hour a head start since they got out of the jail. But hey, it is what it is. Soon as you speak, but it sounds better now. I don't know what to say about that. Hopefully everything stay the way it need to stay because I got one hell of a show. Look, powers that be might not want me to play what I'm gonna play. That might be what it is. The powers that be might not want me to play what I'm gonna play, but we gonna keep pushing on. Listen, the rapper Redman got a message for you, especially these ladies. A warning, warning, warning. Hopefully y'all would take heed to this. Shout out to Redman, huh?
Public service announcement. I want to talk to my queens, my young queens, and parents with kids. It is a high alert right now, a high alert. Women and kids have been missing for years. No one talks about it, but it is a high alert right now. And I got a daughter, and I got a lot of nieces and a lot of female cousins. And I'm drilling them right now. And I'm telling them to not accept anything from anybody. No paper, no business cards, no money, not even a compliment. Most likely is chemicals on that business card to get you drowsy for you to be taken away. Ubers, if you're catching an Uber, women, inspect the Uber before you get in it. Take a picture of the license plate. Take a picture of the driver. Always sit behind the driver. If the driver says, I want to stop at the gas station, get the hell out the Uber. Because most likely he'll pull up to a van for you to be taken away. If you at the club, hanging out with your girls, keep your drink in your hand 24/7 in front of you. I don't care if you're sitting at the table, sitting at the bar. Don't sit it down at all. These people are getting crafty on how they put things into the drinks. Or don't even be at the club right now because it is a high alert. And what it will do, that drink will get you drowsy for you to be taken away. If you at Walmart, Target, or any store shopping, women, especially young women, keep your head up, stay the hell off the phone, and watch your surroundings of people. If an old lady or someone asks you to help them to their car, do not accept it. Because most likely, they are luring you to a van to be taken away. If there's a van or a strange car parked by your car, stay safe in the store. Call your loved ones to come get you to safety. Because most likely that van is there to take you away. If you get in your car, you see a dollar bill on your windshield or even money in your car that you know you didn't put there because maybe you left your car door open. Do not touch it at all. Go back in the store. Call your loved ones to get you out of there because most likely that money is there for a purpose to drug you for you to be taken away. I know it's summertime. A lot of people want to go to the islands, especially young ladies. My daughter just did it with her friends. And I'm sure a lot of parents let their daughters go when they're of age. Young ladies, don't let the locals tie no ribbon to your ankle, your wrist, your arm. Don't let them put no trinkets on you at all, because most likely they're targeting you to be taken away. Parents with your kids, keep your kids to your side at all times. When you're getting in your car, put your kids inside the car you're getting in. And always lock your doors. Before getting in the car, inspect inside of the car. Put your kids in the same side that you get in, maybe even the same door. And you get in and you lock the door immediately. Because most likely, when you put them in from the other side and you walk around to get in your door, someone will open that door and take your kids away. If you get bumped while driving your car at night, ladies, if you get bumped from behind, don't get the hell out the car. And that goes for men too. Don't get out the car at night if someone bumped your car. Call police and keep it moving, because most likely they're there to jack you out your car or women take you away. We must protect our queens, men. All the kings out there, we need to post. Let's stop posting silly shit right now. And let's protect our queens. Take a minute to protect your queens. And go through some of these social media posts that's talking about women awareness and share them with your queens. Because it is a high alert on children and women, especially. I approve this message.
Shout out to Reggie Noble, better known as Red Man. When I saw that, I said that's a very paramount statement that he gave, video that he created, words that he spoke, and a much needed one in this day and age and time, because there's a lot of sick individuals, a lot of dudes and women that ain't rap right, a lot of people with evil, vile intentions. And guess what? We don't want our loved ones to be the victims. We don't want our friends to be a victim. Hell, we don't even want strangers to be the victims of these things that these people plot and plan to do to other people, or whatever the case may be. So, like he said, pass along the information. Hell, pass along this video. Or find his video online and pass it along. Other videos of such. Pass that information along in your stories to your personal close friends. Hell, get in their DMs, get in your message, text message DM on your phone, and send them a clip or two. It's better. You're better to be safe than sorry. You feel me? And you want to look out for your loved ones, whether they hard headed, don't want to listen or not. You want to at least do your part. If you come across the knowledge or the information, pass it along. It'll be up to the other individual as to whether or not they will take heed and take precautions and listen. You feel me? Turn my mic up. My mic sounds nice. Check one. My mic sounds nice. Check two. Are you ready? Pause. No Diddy. Listen, speaking of Diddy, I know y'all like, man, not no damn Diddy, not again. But there's been a lot going on since Monday, since we talked. There's been a lot going on since Monday, since we talked. Let me pull this up, make sure I got that ready to rock it. Rizzo, Where we at? Do, 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 baby. Yeah, here we go. Creole, sit still. You might want to hear the One Piece, especially about Prince. Oh my God. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the Diddy trial is annoying, but it's one that you need to take heed to. It's gonna set some precedences in a lot of things that go on in our day-to-day lives, and or with people that we hold to high regard, or hold as icons, or you know what I'm saying, or we are fans of, or whatever the case may be. But this first one comes about with one of Diddy's assistants, who says that he was given ecstasy that had Obama's face on it. Ecstasy that got Obama's face on it. If that ain't disrespectful to our president, our forever president, I don't know what else is. And on top of that, the individual you see, his name is David James. On day 7 of Diddy's federal trial, his former assistant David James testified that Diddy kept video of him partying with on ecstasy and Ciroc something James called diddy bopping. I know we've heard that term diddy bopping, and that term is an old school term that precedes Mr. Diddy himself or whatever. But I guess they equating it and relating it to the form of maybe intermingling drugs and alcohol together. Diddy bopping, allegedly, right? He says Diddy told him he would keep the footage of him dancing in case he ever needed it, which James took as a threat to embarrass him later. James also said he used to stock Diddy's Louis Vuitton bag with Viagra, Percocet, and ecstasy, all bought with his own money before being reimbursed. While he never saw Diddy hit Cassie, he recalled being sent to drop off food to her hotel room days after her abuse rumors surfaced, but this time someone else answered the door. Cassie usually did. Maybe he put somebody else in the room with him. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the ecstasy pill shaped to look like Obama. That's hella jacked up. Hella jacked up. Red face, what's goody like the mob? I guess it might be triggering for her, Connie, or she might just be tired of hearing about it. I get it, but it's trending news. It's what's out here. It's permeating. It's taking over a lot of the news stations and airwaves. So this is a conversation that a lot of people are hearing. So maybe she feel as though I done heard too much already. Who knows? Or whatever the case may be. But the story must be told. Things must be talked about. Charlie Hustle was goody like the mob. Speaking of assistance, thinking of things that are starting to turn up and turn out. The next thing I want to bring your attention to is Kid Cudi. Where we at? Before I get the Kid Cudi, before I put the picture up of Kid Cudi, I do want to say this. Regina Ventura, Regina Ventura, the mother of Cassie, testified, and her testimony went unchecked. Her testimony went unchecked by the defense attorneys, meaning there was no cross-examining. They just took everything she said for face value and left it there. It said Regina Ventura, the mother of Cassandra Cassie Ventura, delivered bombshell testimony at Sean Diddy Combs' SEX trafficking trial, shaking the courtroom with claims that the music mogul once demanded $20,000 from her after finding out about Cassie's romantic relationship with rapper Kid Cudi. In the letter Cassie wrote to her mother back in December 2011, a letter also mentioned during her own testimony, she detailed how Diddy flipped after learning she had started seeing Kid Cudi, real name Scott Niscuti. According to Cassie, Diddy threatened to leak such SEX tapes and even implied he'd have someone hurt her and Cudi. Chillingly stated he would be out the country when it happened. This is where that Rico comes into play. Y'all pay attention. In Regina's words, I was physically sick. I did not understand it. The SEX tape threw me. He was trying to hurt my daughter within days. Diddy allegedly contacted Regina directly and demanded she pay him $20,000 to make up for what he claimed he spent on Cassie's career. 20,000 for all that time on her career. That's nothing. But at the same time, that's extortion. That's extortion. Are y'all starting to pick up what I'm putting down? The extortion things that's starting to happen. It's starting to become more than just a DV situation. More than a DV situation. Y'all pay attention though. But speaking of Kid Cudi, speaking of him, where's it at? Where's it at? Bam. Speaking of Kid Cudi, he's slated to testify. If he's not already in that stand, they saying that uh he'll probably be taking a stand sometime today, and it's about to go up. It's about to be up and stuck. You hear me? Where we at? Where we at? Did I catch it? Two beans in a bucket. Yeah, but let's see. Yeah, they said Rod Wade. I mean not Rod Wade. Lord, Kid Cudi, who allegedly his car was blown up. Allegedly his car was tampered with and made to blow up. is going to testify either and or about that said incident and or any other threats and any other interactions he may have had with Diddy back during those times. It's about to get ugly, ladies and gentlemen. And tying into the Cuddy situation, tying into what the assistant said, I want y'all to check out this video. Hey Tiffany, good morning to ye, good morning to ye, good morning to ye. Listen, I want y'all to listen to this video here. I think it's about maybe 3 minutes or so, or whatever the case may be, with this gentleman's breakdown of the things that have taken place thus far and that are going to take place. Y'all pay attention. This will help y'all to believe that the RICO part of the case is about to roll out. And the evidence and things that they're about to present and have present all tied to each other. Y'all, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop wrapping y'all up. Y'all listen for yourself, huh?
It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Ooh.
What if I told you today the defense in the Diddy trial got their asses handed to them on a silver platter? Diddy's assistant, David James, explained how Diddy had them running around with weapons like it was boys in the hood. Then a sex worker by the name of the Punisher told how Diddy paid for the sex and often wore a Muslim hijab. And Cassie's mom ran to the stand to detail something that's big in the racketeering and RICO charge. But it was the announcement that Kid Cudi will be testifying, which ultimately will seal Diddy's fate in the racketeering. And today, he officially is going to be looking at life. Let me explain. RICO is defined by when you use a group to engage in criminal acts, such as extortion, arson, and sex trafficking. Just today, they detailed all three. Let's start with extortion. Diddy demanded $20,000 from Cassie's mom, or he threatened to release a freak-off tape about her. And guess what? Cassie's mom went on the stand and explained that she took out a loan, got the $20,000, and sent it to Diddy. And Cassie's mom's testimony was so damning, the defense declined even cross-examining her. It's getting hot in here. And it was all over the alleged affair that Cassie had with Cudi, and Diddy was jealous. So he extorted Cassie's mom. And the Cudi situation is going to sink Diddy forever, and I'll get to that. But then it was the Punisher who detailed the sex trafficking. Diddy paid him on 8 to 12 occasions for sexual escapades involving Cassie. He was only supposed to be dancing, but of course, they wanted more, and more baby oil, and instead of a party, it was just Cassie and illegal sex acts went on. But it's Kid Cudi's testimony that will ultimately seal Diddy's fate, and we only 2 weeks in. February 2012, Mr. Combs told Cassie that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car and that he wanted to make sure Kid Cudi was home when it happened. And what happened after that? In the early morning hours of December 22nd, the defendant and a co-conspirator kidnapped an individual at gunpoint to facilitate breaking into and entering the residence. Multiple witnesses will testify at the trial to the events surrounding the kidnapping and break-in, the latter of which corroborated by police reports and other records, phone records, and other things. 2 weeks later, the defendant and co-conspirator set fire to individual one's vehicle, Kid Cudi, slicing open the car's convertible top and dropping a Molotov cocktail inside. And to top it all off, all of Diddy's employees and workers who helped are gonna step on the stand and tell about every detail of how he carried out these horrific crimes. You only need 2 of those crimes to face a RICO, which is life. Just in this week alone, the prosecution is about to prove 4: kidnapping, arson, extortion, and sex trafficking. And I like it. What if I told you?
Shout out to homie. Shout out to the Flow Show. Thank you for the footage or whatever the case may be. Do 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 do. Yeah, shout out to the homie with the flow show. Peep Scheme said, how people's word more believable than real evidence. Well, as he says, some of the real evidence, some of the testified evidence lines up with the police reports. We shall see. Kid Cudi's taking a stand today. Taking a stand today. You have to see whether or not you believe him on that stand or not from the testimony, the transcripts that people will take out. Hey, love every yell. I see you, Almighty KM, them brung them on in. Live Media Network. Salute, top of the top, 20 bandana. Whoa, what's goody? Connie Batty said Diddy might as well get comfortable in prison. He's done. Man, listen. Pat, come on over to the YouTube. Listen, understand something. Understand something. There's obviously been people that have been charged and or utilized for informants, CIs, to testify for the state. They don't necessarily have to stand trial for it to be a RICO. It just has to be some people that are below Diddy, working for him or artists, whatever the case may be, that have done things that have been illegal on his behalf at his beck and call. That is all that's necessary. Y'all need to know. Simply nay, hey. Them just words, Phil. It's not recording no video. Listen. Understand something. What the prosecution is doing, they're building something up. They're building something up. Now, some of y'all want to decide the case just off of the Cassie testimony. Oh, she was a part of it. So he must be innocent. It's just a DV situation. No. His mother testified in open court. Peep Scheme testified that basically Puffy extorted her for $20,000 because she was dating Kid Cudi. That's extortion, by the way. If by chance that was false, if by chance that was bullshittery, why didn't his defense team stand up and question that lady? Why did they not go to bat against that information if that was not true? So are you saying what Cassie's mother is saying is just words? And if it's just words, why is the defense, Puffy's team, accepting just her words on that situation alone? I don't know. They don't know the law. Hey, simply nays around the way. Yay. Now understand, it's some things that are going down and some things about to happen. Now, the next video that I want to play is a long one. It's 20-something minutes long, but it does not drag. And I will be interjecting all along. They had evidence. People just say stuff, man. Listen, in this next clip, if you all have not seen it yet, Prince, y'all know the rapper, Prince, the musical legend, icon, genius, who passed under mysterious terms, is speaking from the grave in a video that he filmed before he passed. Allegedly. Y'all listen to what this video is saying that's on that tape. Lord have mercy. If it be true, and according to Prince, he says, I warned Puffy on 2 occasions. And he kind of threatened, but he kind of threatened Prince at one hand. And they say when he started talking out about certain things, it was days later that he ended up passing. Don't let that go over your head. But these are all allegations, allegedly. But y'all pay attention to this video. Like I said, I'll be chiming in a little bit.
Gave a quiet nod to the lead prosecutor, who looked down at the table, avoiding Diddy's gaze. Something had changed. Diddy didn't notice at first. He seemed relaxed, even confident. But those who were watching closely knew something was coming. The judge entered and made an unusual statement. Today's evidence may evoke strong reactions. I expect complete composure. No one missed the way he glanced in Diddy's direction as he said it. Then came the moment that turned a criminal trial into a historic event. The prosecution requested to present what they called critical new audio evidence. The defense snapped to attention, immediately objecting. They hadn't been warned. Diddy's lead attorney stood and insisted the evidence be excluded, accusing the prosecution of sandbagging. But the judge had already seen the disclosure paperwork. It had been submitted, properly, legally. The judge's ruling came down with a thud. The evidence may be played. That's when the prosecutor finally said the words that hit like a bolt of lightning. You are about to hear the final private recording made by Prince Rogers Nelson. The courtroom froze. All phones dropped to laps. Every journalist's fingers hovered above their keyboards. Even Diddy seemed confused. He looked at his lawyers, eyes slightly wide, as if to ask, "What is this?"
What is this? It's about to be your ass handed to you. A little something, something, Diddler. Listen, y'all listen. Come on. Shh. It's that.
Then the prosecutor connected the device and pressed play. The voice that echoed through the courtroom wasn't the confident, flamboyant prince the world knew. It was quiet, low, uneasy. I'm making this recording because I don't know who I can trust anymore, Prince began. The tone sent chills down the spines of everyone listening. This wasn't a performance. It was a confession. In the recording, Prince said he'd attended private parties hosted by Diddy at properties in Miami, the Hamptons, and Los Angeles. He described what he saw in unsettling detail. Young artists being separated from their handlers, encouraged to drink and take pills, private rooms with locked doors, cameras hidden in fixtures, no security personnel allowed inside. The exact same pattern Cassie Ventura described during her first 2 days on the stand. Prince wasn't vague. He named names. He mentioned specific dates, including a December 2015 party in Beverly Hills. And he described behavior that matched earlier witness testimony almost word for word. But what made this different, what made the courtroom shift from disbelief to alarm, was that Prince was speaking with full knowledge of what he was doing. If something happens to me, he said, this recording needs to go to the press or the police, either one. As Prince's voice played, Diddy's body language changed entirely. His eyes narrowed. His mouth twitched. He stopped whispering to his lawyers. Pale. Prince said something that broke the room. These aren't just parties. They're traps. The silence was so complete, you could hear Prince breathing between words. In the back row, a woman visibly cried. In the front row, a reporter dropped her pen. Diddy's attorney placed a hand on his client's arm, trying to calm him. Diddy pulled away. Prince continued, explaining that he had warned Diddy about what he saw, that he approached him during an after-party in 2016 and told him the manipulation of young artists and guests had to stop. Prince claimed Diddy laughed and told him, "You might be Prince, but you're not untouchable." That line hit the courtroom like a gunshot. Diddy's lips moved. He whispered something to his team. One of his attorneys grabbed a yellow legal pad and began writing furiously. Another turned to look at the judge, as if waiting for permission to object. But there was nothing to object to. The damage was being done in real time. Just when the courtroom seemed at its most tense, when Prince's calm but damning words continued with relentless detail, Diddy snapped. The tape had moved on to describe another party, this one from March 2016.
Don't let the theatrics, the music, and all these things sway you in your thoughts. Listen to what's being said. Yes, this is a narrated video, but listen to what's being said. Huh?
Involving multiple celebrities, and one disturbing incident upstairs. As Prince named the address, a location already referenced by the prosecution's forensic timeline, Diddy couldn't take it anymore. "That's a lie!" he shouted, standing suddenly. His voice echoed off the courtroom walls, startling even the bailiffs. The reaction was instant. Security rushed forward. His lawyers stood and tried to pull him back into his seat. One attorney hissed, "Sit down!" But Diddy's voice rose again. "He wasn't even there! That never happened!" The judge slammed his gavel down repeatedly. "Mr. Combs, control yourself, or I will hold you in contempt." The courtroom was now in full meltdown. Jurors exchanged shocked glances. Two looked visibly disturbed. A court sketch artist later told reporters that she had to erase and redraw Diddy's face 3 times. His expression changed so violently during the outburst. The judge restored order and instructed the prosecution to pause the tape. Diddy's breathing was labored. His hands trembled on the defense table. His pristine image, the billionaire mogul, the unbothered icon, was gone. And in its place sat a man visibly panicked, cornered, and crumbling in front of a jury. For the prosecution, this was no accident. Court insiders later confirmed what many suspected. They'd timed this tape deliberately. After days of slow build-up, small testimonies, and methodical cross-examinations, they chose this moment, day 3, because they believed it would be when Diddy's guard was finally down. And it worked. He showed the jury everything they needed to see. Rage, guilt, loss of control, all without anyone cross-examining him. And Prince's voice hadn't even finished. After a brief recess to regain control of the courtroom, the judge instructed the prosecution to resume playback of the Prince audio. But by then, the atmosphere had completely changed. No one whispered. No one typed. Even the court sketch artist had stopped drawing. All eyes were locked on the courtroom speakers. The voice of a dead man now controlled the most powerful room in entertainment law. Prince's voice picked up where it left off, with him describing what he called an organized system of manipulation that he had seen firsthand. He spoke slowly, choosing his words like a man who knew what he was saying might never be heard again unless the worst happened. "What I've seen, it's not something you can just forget," he said. "They make it seem glamorous, but I've watched it ruin people." He referenced parties hosted at Diddy's private residences. Again, not just vague recollections, but exact details. Layouts of rooms, names of guests, even the color of the furniture in certain lounges. It all lined up with earlier testimonies from Cassie Ventura and 2 other unnamed witnesses. Most chilling, however, were Prince's references to NDAS and hush payments. "I've seen the contracts," Prince said in the recording. "I've seen the money change hands. $2 million here, $1.5 million there, and I've seen what happens to the people who try to leave. They disappear, not physically, but musically, socially. Gone." Diddy, still seated but visibly shaking, stared straight ahead with a blank expression. His eyes didn't blink for nearly a minute, according to a court reporter seated behind him. One of his lawyers quietly passed him a folded tissue. He didn't take it. Then Prince dropped another bomb. "I warned him at the Grammy after-party," he said, referring to Diddy. "I told him, flat out, this is going to catch up to you. He told me, you might be Prince, but I own this game, and people like you don't change it. They get erased."
No, I didn't make this.
That line reverberated through the room like thunder. Diddy didn't react outwardly, but his jaw tensed. A juror in the front row shook her head. Another leaned back, stunned. This wasn't just a piece of evidence anymore. It was a character assassination with surgical precision, from someone with no reason to lie, no stake in the trial, and no possibility of being cross-examined. Prince, from beyond the grave, was painting a portrait of Diddy not as a flawed man, but as a manipulative predator with a carefully crafted empire of silence and control. And the prosecution wasn't even finished with the tape. If you've ever watched a trial fall apart in real time, this was the moment.
Listen, I know there's speculation. But however, pay attention. I'm gonna get off of that for now. Phil put this together. He said Phil put this together so his Filbert and Heavy P tapes can come out. That's funny. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, let me get this link together. Peeps gave a bugged out one. Not the Heavy P and the Filbert tape. That's crazy. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, uh, even if you want to discount, let's say you want to discount that Prince video, right? Let's say you want to discount that. You can't discount what the well, you can, but I don't think you would discount what his assistant had to say. If you wanted to discount what the assistant had to say, um, are you going to discount what her mother had to say? Even though that is her mother, so she probably would be jaded for Cassie, right? But even with her being jaded, that's my baby, that's my daughter. Why did the prosecution not cross-examine her? Did she have text proof of these things that they didn't want the public to see? Why did they not, on the behalf of their client, cross-examine Cassie's mom? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Because I'd be damned if I know I didn't try to extort or get the mother to send me 20,000, I'm gonna let that ride. I would have told my lawyer, "You better get your ass up and answer some questions." Justin Show was good. I would have got my lawyer to get I would have like, "Get your ass up and ask her something," because I didn't send her no goddamn 20,000 damn dollars or ask for no I mean, not send her, but ask for no $20,000, or else. But the fact that they let that ride is a telltale sign that they couldn't refute the, evidence that she had to present or whatever. They just let that ride or whatever. I guess they figured her talking was minimal damage as opposed to if they introduced evidence of maybe some phone calls maybe that were recorded and or some text messages of these things being relayed or whatever the case may be. And I got you, Tiffany, man, I got you. However, Kid Cudi's testimony today, allegedly, he'll be on the stand today. It'll be very, very interesting to see what he has to say. There's been rumors, there's been allegations of the car being blown up and things of that nature. And I don't know. Cassie's mom brought evidence of an email to court dated 2011. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate that. Yeah, they couldn't really deny it if they had, the wire transfer trail messages. That's a fact. That would make it even worse, Simply Nate. That would make it even Peach King said, "Not they Phil made it." No, if I made it, it would have had my voice on it. I would have just been talking in that low, deliberate narrative voice. Wasn't me. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, the link is at the top of the chat if you want to come be a special guest co-host. Ask me something. Let's talk about something. You feel me? Good morning, Damien. Salute. Let me tell you this though. At the end of the day will be coming to an end. Huh? Things we more and more is gonna come out. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's just a DV case, just a DV case." Well, when you start trying to extort money, that's something else. When you start uh, getting some people that work for you, whether you were with them or not, to breaking people's houses, kidnap people to break in somebody's house, and or destroy their vehicle, that's an act of violence. Act of violence. And I'm pretty sure these are not the only acts and things that they will be talking about in the upcoming week. I'm just saying, the blackmail aspect with the assistant, that could be borderline on the racketeer influence criminal organization situation. I'm just saying, LGL, hey, B Love, Lady Costa Nika, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen, anything that's anything, I think is gonna pop up in this trial. Anything that's anything is gonna pop up in this trial. There's gonna be some good, there's gonna be some bad, and there's gonna be some heinous, I think, that will be presented from either the defense or the prosecution in this case. Do not fall victim to, "Oh, it's just a DV case," and write it off as such. Wait till all the evidence is presented. I'm not gonna say sit around and pre-convict them. I'm not gonna say that, but do your due diligence and listen. Just listen. Pay attention. Get the transcript. Read the transcripts, and watch places like Law and Crimes and other places where they actually break down the transcripts and get a sense of what's going on. Like I said, it's a shame. It's a shame that they did not or would not allow for the cameras to be in the courtroom for this, because this is one of them cases that I think should have been visually documented for people to see, the public to see, or whatever the case may be. People are already forming opinions in the court of public opinion, whether they think he's guilty, whether they think Patsy set him up, or because she was complicit in some of it or all of it, that negates anything that he's done. I'm just saying, listen. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, also I got some upcoming events and things to talk about. A couple of shows that are coming around the pike. June 6th, tentatively, is the date for the next uh, Flip the Airbnb cuffing season for Flip the Network. Queens Flip presents situation where the participants are going to have to be handcuffed to somebody the whole time they are there. Now, I don't know what they're going to work out when it comes to using the bathroom, with blah, 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 all that. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. You need to check out details by David Snitch James, who sang. I talked about that a little bit earlier, who sang like a bird in court and Florida defense lawyers. Not gonna lie, if I was in his position, I'll be singing like Barry White. I know that's that part. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit earlier, Damien. I sure did. Phil, if Diddy gets off with you signed Bad Boy, hell no. Hell no. But if he gets off, thus is life. But I'm just saying, with things so far being presented, excuse me, all the allegations and things and all the rumors and all the whispers in the industry and outside the industry and in the public world, I don't know, Peep Scheme. I don't know. Oh, I hope you feel up Momo is crazy. Ain't no telling who Flip is gonna have me handcuffed to. He changes his mind, so ain't no telling whom he might have me handcuffed to. But one thing for sure, about 12 things for certain, Imma give the content up, you hear me? Imma make it do what it do, baby. Listen, y'all can sleep on me if you want, some of y'all are hip. Imma make it do what it does, and we gonna have us a good time. It's gonna be in Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis, Indiana, of all places. Shout out to the folks in the good Indianapolis area, huh? It's gonna be one of them ones, along with the Flip the Airbnb situation, Content House, Mac the Mogul or Mac the Mustang and Milfy will be on a mission to reunite with their dads. I think that that's gonna be a very emotionally pulling and draining situation for the two of them and maybe for the viewers or whatever the case may be, whether it be spurred on by anger or whether it be spurred on by sadness or if it gets spurred on by happiness. I think that it's going to be a very emotion extensive situation. Shout out to Max, shout out to Milfy for doing this and allowing Flip and JR, his cameraman, to go along and document these things or whatever the case may be. I hope that you all understand the gravity, the heavy weight of this situation, and maybe it will encourage some of you all to do the same in your life if there's a parent that's missing or hasn't been around or estranged or your relationship is rocky or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, it will ignite something in you to have you either seek closure or seek reconciliation between you and that parent or whatever the case may be. We only get one parent, mother and father. Yeah, they're extended situations, stepmother, stepfather, grandparents, aunts, uncles, etc. Right? But you only get one mother and father in this world. And when they're gone, they're gone. So y'all tap in and tune in, flip the network, get that Patreon because it's all gonna be on Patreon, patreon.com/flip the network. Make sure y'all get that. Being an artist on BB is the racketeer charge. He robbed his artist blind. Be lover. She said being an artist on Bad Boy is the racketeer charge. He robbed his artist blind. Terry Murray, what's goody like the mob? Good morning. What if he cuff you the apple surprise? Man, no, I don't even know. I'd had to buck the system for that one, peep scheme. I'd had to buck the system, and that person is not going to be in the building. To my understanding, that individual will not be in the building. D Blade from that good Houston way. What's goody like the mob, huh? Listen, let let that young lady live her life, huh? Let her be great. Let her be free. Let her live in her purpose. You feel me? Sierra Bay, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen, but it's gonna be interesting. Far as I know, there's gonna be Mac Milfy there. There's gonna be Asia there. There's gonna be me there. I think Back Woody is pulling up. Pat might be pulling up. Sugar might be pulling up. Who else? Blair might be pulling up. I think they talking about maybe a couple other fellas they gonna put in this situation. It's gonna be different. Lee Asia's supposed to be pulling up. Can't forget about Lee Asia. La 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 la. Yeah, Lee Asia's gonna be in the building. Whom else he might put in that building? Who knows? The mind of Queens Flip is a little bit different, ladies and gentlemen. But y'all look out for that or whatever the case may be. I got a couple shows that are coming down the pike as well, ladies and gentlemen. Ha ha! A couple of things. I will be speaking about them, in due time. In due time. But understand, your boy is working. Your boy's working. Creole said, I'm looking forward to back at Milfy's storyline. Yeah, hey, Creole, I think that's going to be a deep one. I think that's going to be one of them situations like, whoa, whoa. And we don't know the full backstory, the public, of the interactions or the true relationship between them and their fathers and how they would take them pulling up with a camera to talk to them. I don't know if there's been some pre-conversations with the other side of these equations to say, okay, yeah, pull up, bring a camera, or if they just blindsided these fathers with this content and slash I don't know if call it an intervention or whatever the case may be, but it's definitely gonna be one of them ones. Peace King said, "Where you don't want, you silly Peace King." Forgive me, y'all. Paul's mouth is dry as a mug. Need to drink some more water. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, again, I apologize for the little moments earlier when things got blurry. I don't know and understand what the hell and how the hell that happened. I think that was a YouTube thing more than anything else because my bars was up on my Wi-Fi. The software I'm using, it was giving a clear picture the whole time. Who knows? Y'all come on over to YouTube. Anywho, what y'all know no good, huh? What do y'all know no good? What's going down in the town? What's litty in the city? How are y'all feeling today, huh? How are y'all feeling? James Jones, what's goody like the mob? Good morning, GMG. New Quan, come on over to YouTube. We over on the YouTube. Listen, blindsiding the fathers would be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be different. Like Terry Murray said, like and subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Boop, boop. Hit that subscribe button if for some strange reason you haven't. Boop, boop. More importantly, hit that MNF and notification bell, something like that. Bing, ying, 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 ying. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drops. Whenever Feel the Love Fridays drop. Anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel, you'll be amongst the first to know. But make sure you hit that notification bell. You click all because sometimes YouTube still be tripping, huh? And I want to menage with the algorithm. I always say that. I know y'all tired of hearing me say that, but I do. I do. Hey, Quan Brooks. Hey, I see you. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Here, coming up in the near future, y'all gonna see a lot of pre-recorded content, things that I'm gonna be recording and placing them up here on the site. So y'all make sure y'all tap in and tune into this Big Phil Speaks channel more often because I'm gonna have a lot more going on. And on the member side, I'm gonna start doing some member exclusive videos that only those that have joined the membership will be able to partake in, or whatever the case may be. In 2025 is going up. I got some people watching and looking. I got some people watching and looking, some companies, some things coming down the pike, ladies and gentlemen. Pause. And I think y'all are gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna start tweaking and fine tuning this situation even further beyond the aesthetics that y'all like to make it a very cohesive package. A very cohesive package. You know what I'm saying? They need to have Phil out in the limelight. They need to have me in the eyes of men. I'm cool with the Phil, but I need to be before men. You feel me? Reason what's goody like the mob salute. It's gonna be interesting. He said Knicks got NYC hype is all. I know that's right. Shout out to the Knicks. It's been a long time coming for New York. It's been a long time coming for New York. So guess what? New York, you better live in it and revel in it. Even if God forbid they get pushed out of this next round or whatever the case may be, or the round after that. The fact that they made it this far after all these years is a dope thing. So don't be let down. Hopefully they win. Hopefully they get to it. But if by chance they're not able to, don't let that talk shickety about your New York Knicks. Let them live. You hear me? Young Dre's salute. I think game one is tonight. I think I gotta check the schedule. I gotta check the schedule, ladies and gentlemen. But I think it is tonight. Whole bad boy not watching no TD. Peace game wagwan. I'm not gonna speak on it no more. Excuse me. For today. However, understand they are starting to show you little points of what a RICO is in the evidence they're presenting now. Reason said, yeah, game one is tonight. Second place is that is in the is no, no, are you saying is that an accomplishment for them? Red face, hell yeah, because the Knicks ain't been nowhere near the playoffs in a long ass time. They've been doing hella bad. Yeah, Terry Murray said best. Hold on, I thought I clicked it. Best season Knicks have had in over 20 years. So that alone is something to be proud of. Now, of course, you want your team to win the whole shebang. You want your team to go to the NBA Finals and bring it on home. All I'm saying is, if they don't make it past this round, hopefully they will. And if they don't make it past the next round, et cetera, to not hold it over their head, they've come a long way and they're doing the damn thing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna cut this one a little bit short because I do got some business I need to maintain. Look at Nate hating, talking about who cares. Nate, ain't you a Celtics fan, Nate? No wonder you don't care. Let me find out, Nate. I'm here to tell you right now the Knicks get swept by the Pacers. Red face, I don't know. I think that's gonna be a hell of a rumble, though. I think that's gonna be a hell of a rumble. I think the Knicks Pacers series is gonna be a hell of a rumble. You hear me? But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to cut this one short. I got to move around like tires. I got things to take care of. You said lies. What's the lie, Nate? What's the lie? I got some things to take care of personally and as well as business wise and some things. So guess what? I'm gonna be hollering at y'all soon. Terry say ain't no sweet mix of the six. Sound good, but we gonna see. Sound good. We gonna see. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what I like to say. Smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti you. I'm pro me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that M and F and day, yeah, baby. I holla!
We're one big happy family. We're GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil speech.
I did it. Man, please, Lord have mercy. Sugar mama. It's the end, the outro music I got from my channel on IG. I'm off here though. Eric on the gram. Be blessed. Y'all be blessed. I'm up off here. Chill. We be back Friday. Thank God and God willing. You feel me? I love all y'all. Listen, tell a friend to tell a friend. GMG is that business. You feel me? I'm out.